I use contact paper as transfer paper for my adhesive vinyl projects. You can buy a 15-meter roll for $6 at Kmart, and that's really good value. I bought mine years ago and I'm still going with it, and it's great for a lot of different surfaces. Like I've used it for glass, I've used it on painted timber, I've used it on unpainted timber, and also acrylic signs, which is what I've started doing now. It can be quite sticky, this contact paper, which is good in a way, but if it's a little bit too sticky and for the first time you want to use it, I sometimes will put it on a piece of fabric like a couch or on the doona, on the bed doona, and it will just sort of de-stickify it a little bit and take off that extra stickiness. But it can be used multiple times as well if you want to, but it's just so cheap anyway. I tend to discard it, although this piece you can see I used multiple times when I did these drawers up. I think I used probably one piece for all of the drawers, which is really good. Also, this contact paper I use on just the standard vinyl, so not the glitter vinyl that requires a strong grip. So this is something that I've been doing lately with the acrylic signs. It works really well on that too. So your HTV carrier sheet sticky part that's left over after you transfer your heat transfer vinyl onto your fabric, your t-shirt or whatever you're putting it onto, just do not throw this out. And I just wanted to include this. It's not transfer tape here I'm talking about, I will in a minute, but you can use it as stencil film. So I think it's fantastic. I think it's even better and easier to cut than Mylar, but I use the cutting mat protector setting in the Cricut, and I put it on more. Every stencil I cut, I always put on more pressure, but it works every time, and it works on basic cuts, it works on more intricate cuts too, and you'll find that with your carrier sheets, depending on what your HTV is, it will be different thicknesses. So this was on a glitter vinyl, so it's a little bit thicker, but it still works out the same. It just works really well, as you can see here in a minute. Very nice and crisp, and also with this, it is sticky too, so it sits nice and flat. With a lot of stencils, you feel the need to actually put like a spray adhesive on or tape it down at the sides, but this is already stuck down, and it just gives a really lovely, clean, crisp result. And it's also good. I don't clean I just let the paint dry on the stencil, but if you're using it a lot, you could wipe it off, but you can see that there. I just wanted to include that because when I was editing the video, I was actually editing the video and looked at my rubbish bin and I saw this carrier sheet that I had thrown out from one of my signs that I'd transferred the vinyl onto, and I'm thinking, I wonder if we could use that as transfer tape as well, and it turns out you can. It is sticky. It is sticky, and it seems to keep its stickiness. They can be stored, as you saw there, one on top of each other, so you can do that to store them, and then you can just put a bit of baking paper underneath. Also, you don't seem to get creases or air bubbles with this because it's a lot thicker. You just sort of plop it on, it sits nicely on the top. They also, depending on what project you've done, they're bigger sheets, so if you have a bigger stencil that you need to do, you're not sort of joining little pieces together like you would with tape. But it works so well, I was really surprised. So I transferred that onto the carrier sheet, and now I'm going to rub it onto the glass. This glass jar was a little bit not dirty, but it could have been cleaned. It wasn't squeaky clean, so it transferred pretty easily onto that as well. And it's reusable. It sort of kept its stickiness, and I'll be keeping these to use as transfer tapes. I'm never going to buy transfer tape again. I haven't for a long, long time, and you don't need to, really. You can save so much money. Also, save the environment, and it makes your HTV vinyl that you buy ultra good value when you can use the carrier sheets as stencil film and also as transfer tape. Another thing I just want to talk about quickly is I tried masking tape, and I've never tried that. Just off to the right, you'll see I've never tried it, and I found it didn't work really well with the slick, shiny sticker vinyl, but it did work well with the matte. I don't think I'll ever use it. There's no point because I use the contact paper, and I can now also use the carrier sheet, but that's what that one looked like. These three, though, none of them are strong enough for the glitter vinyl. There is one thing that I found that will work with the glitter vinyl, the strong grip. It has to be strong grip for glitter vinyl, and that is packing tape. DIY. I hope you had a great Christmas. Hi, it's Danny here from Our Humble Home DIY. I hope you had a great Christmas. I'm back for 2026. This is actually a mock-up of a sign I had to do for a client for their Christmas, end of year Christmas event. And I'm using glitter vinyl for this. It's Cricut, red Cricut glitter vinyl, which is quite rough. All I had was my contact paper for this, and I wanted to get this done that night, so I got my contact paper out. But, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I really hope this works. Contact paper, is it going to be strong enough? You need strong grip transfer tape, and you have to buy that separately. It's just a particular tape you buy for things that require the strong grip. This is Cricut vinyl, Cricut brand glitter vinyl. It's quite rough, and I'm thinking I hope this will be strong enough to actually transfer onto the contact paper. As it turned out, it wasn't strong enough. I had used this contact paper before on another glitter vinyl, and I had such a hard time doing it. It was more of a foil type of glitter, and also it wasn't the Cricut brand either. Half of it I had to sort of manually transfer, and it just, wasn't good enough, the actual contact paper. But it did work out in the end. But with this, no matter how much I burnished it and rubbed it on, it just would not stick. It just easily sort of pulled off. So when I realized it wasn't going to work, I got on and had a look where I buy my vinyl to see if they had any strong grip tape, and they never even had any. And then I started Googling, and people are saying use contact paper, masking tape, and then someone said to use packing tape. And I had this packing tape. Georgia actually had it for when she was packing things. Surprise, surprise. And I thought, well, I will try this. Thankfully, I hope it works, because I really wanted to get this done that night. In Officeworks, you can buy this packing tape for $3. So you can get 2 rolls of 50 meters. That's 100 meters of tape for $3. That's a no-name brand one. I'm not sure what brand that is. It's not the most expensive brand, but that's 6 rolls for $10. That's 300 meters of tape, as opposed to the strong grip vinyl transfer tape, which is 1.2 meter sheet for $14.50. So it's really a no-brainer as far as the value goes. With the packing tapes, you can buy different strengths too. You can buy the really strong, or you can buy like a standard grip as well. Yeah, I decided to give it a go. I had nothing to lose. When you buy the transfer tape, I guess, when you were buying a sheet, it obviously is in a bigger, wider sheet. So you can sort of place it over the entire project you're working on, unless you have a really small cutout or a thin cutout. Here I had to actually put down a few different strips, which was no problem, because I just overlapped the strips and it just came off, in one whole piece anyway. But that's probably the only downside of it. If you have one really big piece, you're going to have to do a few different strips like that, and it might be a bit more time consuming. And so I just continued again to burnish down, make sure that the glitter vinyl is stuck to the tape, and I pulled it off, and it actually worked. I was surprised and pleased because it was something that I did want to get done. Obviously no shops were open. Very satisfying pulling it off. Really satisfying. So you can see I had already done the top row, so I knew it was going to work here. But I just Also placing the sticky vinyl on, you do have to make sure that you're putting it in the right position pretty early on, because if you get it wrong and you go to pull it off, you know, your letters are going to be stuck down. It's just going to be very hard. As sticky as the contact paper is on this acrylic, when transferring the standard contact paper, it's extra. The packing tape is just extra sticky on here, so you do really have to make sure you get it in the right position. In saying that, it was a little bit forgiving in the fact that I did have to sort of wiggle it around and reposition it a few times, and it all worked out. And just making sure that it's lying flat and there's no creases or air bubbles. Measuring it again, it sort of looks crooked there, but it's not. It was the same measurement, like it was all even. I think it's just the angle. Then burnishing in that, then burnishing again, and then taking the tape off. And when taking it off, I sort of was worried, especially with that thin writing at the top. When I did that, I'm thinking, is it going to pull that right off, because it's so strong and sticky? But it didn't. It came off really well. So it actually is a really great alternative to strong grip transfer tape. If you don't have any, or if you want to use it specifically just to save money, I think it's a great find, really. So thank you to the person who posted that when I googled it. Yeah, it was really good. So I just continued to do the rest of the sign. I was able to get it done that night. Just excuse the quality of the video too, because I really never intended to film this. When this worked, I got all excited and I thought, I want to show you guys what I'm doing. And so it's a tip for you as well, if you want to do that, because it will save you money. And even if you don't want to use this, even if you just have it in your Cricut box as a backup if you run out of tape. But I think it works really well, and I will be using it in the future. I'll have to stock up. Actually, the roll that I have there should last forever, because it's not like I do this all the time with glitter vinyl anyway. So yeah, it should last really well. As far as reusing this, you could, I guess. It's so sticky though, and there's so much of it in a roll. I don't think I'd bother. I think I'd just throw out the piece that you pull off, and there's not much point really. If you guys have any tips and things that you've used as transfer tape, or if you've already used this before, if you use contact paper, just let me know down below. I actually have even used contact paper as a transfer paper for contact paper. I've used contact paper, coloured contact paper as the vinyl, and then use the contact paper, clear contact paper over the top to transfer it. So you know, you could do the whole lot with contact paper, and it could be so cheap. I think I've got some videos there on the settings if you want to use contact paper as your sticky vinyl for your decals and that sort of thing as well. And that would be a lot cheaper as well. Contact paper is a lot thinner though, but it still works. You've just got to get the right setting on your Cricut machine to cut it out. And so I managed to finish the sign that night, which was really, really good. I was really pleased. I was really chuffed with myself, actually. And yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show you all and, you know, give you a few little tips on this strong grip vinyl. So looking back again, that was my mock-up. And this is my actual sign, all finished, and I was really so pleased with it. It looked so pretty, worked out really well, and no one would ever know that I used packing tape to transfer it. So that's about it for this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy New Year to everyone. I'll be back next week with another video. In the meantime, have a great week. Welcome and bye for now. Here from Our Humble Home DIY. In today's video, I am creating a beautiful stencil repetitive design from scratch. Something you may want for a special project, a special theme, or something you may want to sell even. I'm designing it through Canva, and if you are designing